I'm delighted. And you know, it was the survivors, Kevin, and so it was top priority with mine. But I think they've done this to Kevin, they've done it to the other 95, and always a big part of me was to get justice for the poor survivors. You know, they were getting the blame because I'd watched all the videos in the early days and saw what those fans did, and obviously I tracked all the fans down that helped Kevin, and only for the Liverpool fans would have lost so many more at Hillsborough. And then they were carrying this can, you know, the lies were, you know, drunken fans robbed the dead, and you know, I used to feel so sorry for them, and I'm hoping they'll feel better, relieved that, you know, they're completely nothing to do with Hillsborough to blame. They need medals. They did.
What would you say to the Liverpool fans that have campaigned, they've never said no? I mean, I remember when I first met you 7 years ago, this was a distant dream that we're here today, and you know, it's a great thing for the city of Liverpool. No one ever gave up, did they?
No, and we had the city behind us, and that helped me, knowing that, you know, people believe me, even though I was fighting the judicial system. You know, you're up against the system, so you don't stand a chance. But what kept me going was the support out there, you know, from supporters clubs all over the world, and it always kept me going.
What do you make of the news that Theresa May, the Home Secretary, released in Parliament this morning, that obviously there'll not just be an inquest now into the 96 deaths, there'll also be an inquest into the council, the FA, Sheffield Wednesday Football Club. What do you think of that? What's your reaction to that news?
I'm really pleased. You know, the extremes they went to cover up the truth, and they deserve everything that's coming to them. You know, they didn't care about the R96. They didn't care about the survivors, and in Kevin's case it was professional people, ambulance drivers, off-duty policemen, and they destroyed their lives as well, just to make sure they secured that accidental death. So it's their turn now to pay for what they've done.
The Lord Chief Justice and the Attorney General both made it quite clear in the courtroom that it was important that the police investigation and the new inquest don't get in each other's way. Are you confident that they will be able to do that and to keep the wheels moving in the way?
Hopefully, you know, hopefully. Just you know, this is gonna. I've never got this far before, so this is all going to be new to me. You know, I've always been refused. You know.
To see the smile on your face now, I think, is the best message about what today can bring for anyone, isn't it?
Made history, haven't we?
Yeah.
We got that verdict struck, and everyone can know now that Hillsborough was not an accident.
And the other final thing to say is that today is fantastic, but it is not the end. This is just the next stage of the process that will hopefully see real, tangible justice for everyone who deserves it.
Yes, that's what. And then the families will be able to move on. Yeah. They'll never forget. Move on. Get Hillsborough out. We've had to deal with mourning our children, and Hillsborough, we've had two issues all the time. And I know if they'd been held their hands up in the beginning, still would have done the mourning, but it would have been a lot easier for us to get on with our lives. But you couldn't go on with your life, and I wasn't going to go on with my life because I knew it was all lies, and I thought, I can't accept that. I knew what had happened to Kevin, and I wanted them to put it down on record, what happened to Kevin.
Well, you've inspired a city, and maybe that's one of the biggest legacies of Hillsborough.